a really
back.
great show.
Yeah, everything's great and perfect.
Everything is awesome.
Oh, I moved the camera. I'm going to fix this.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Much
Good
better.
job, Matt.
Wow, I got
Good
that on the
job.
first try.
Wow, look at
Yeah,
that.
wow.
Wow.
For those of you just joining us, this is Spark of Madness. We had some technical difficulties where
Matt
it
broke
the
my
mic
microphone.
immediately. Aaron just like MacGyvered it back on here in like 2 minutes.
MacGruber.
I still need to see that. I haven't seen that.
Me too. I haven't seen
MacGruber's an. Should we just do MacGruber right now?
No.
Okay.
Forget it.
Next week.
Change
Next
the
week on Spark of
slides.
Madness. So I'm Matt. That's Ben. Aaron's behind the in black and white.
Thirsty?
We are going to do Dragonheart today.
Woo!
Yeah,
from
boy.
1996, continuing off of sort of a lead-in to Game of Thrones finale on Sunday. We chose a movie that was very
It's Dragon Week, folks. Dragon Week.
Is
on
it?
Animal Planet.
Are there
Dragon
any
Week.
other dragon movies we can do? The other Dragonheart sequels.
Yeah, we'll get into
Yeah.
all like 15 of them.
Pete's Dragon. All two of them.
There's
Puff the
Pete's
Magic Dragon.
The Railroad Dragon.
The Railroad Dragon.
We can do Dragon Slayer again.
Dragon Slayer again.
Yeah.
Or we can do Matt's alternate Dragon Slayer. Never mind.
Yeah, we should. The fake Dragon Slayer that I watched and paid money for.
Paid good money for
Yeah.
that.
Anyway, so we're going to do Dragonheart. I'd never heard of this movie before.
Before what?
Before you guys brought it up the
What?
last time we did Dragon Slayer.
What?
Yeah.
Luckily, I did watch the right version, I think, although I think it was at
Sean Connery was in it, right?
1.5 speed. Yeah.
Okay.
I was waiting for him the whole time. He never showed up.
Yeah.
That bitch.
Jeez.
He's playing both sides. You're the man now,
chess.
dog.
You're the man now, dog.
Yes.
So-
I'll take to the rapist.
So
for
what? So
500.
before we get into this, is going to be a good, bad, and ugly. What is your guys? When did you guys see this for the first time?
96.
I saw it on VHS rental. I didn't know about what it was. I mean, I knew it on theater. We didn't see it as kids in theater, but we rented it at Blockbuster, and we all watched it. And it's like, this is a little gem. This is pretty good. I enjoyed it, and we bought it, and I loved it. I loved the movie. So 96, and I've watched it a lot since then.
Yeah, it was on cable a lot.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard of, seen, even the clips. Stills did nothing recognizable.
Yeah, it was just it was just one of those things. Wrong time, wrong place.
Aaron, you saw this in
I believe
theaters?
I saw it in theaters, yeah.
That's awesome.
I was 8 years old.
My God, I'm old.
My God. I just remembered I have a new graphic for Good, Bad, Ugly. Hold on. Let me punch it up.
Oh my God!
Oh, you're beautiful.
How did you do that?
That's
Well worth the
awesome.
$15, wouldn't you say so?
Anybody watching, you gotta come. You gotta just, or anybody listening,
Why is it looping? I didn't want it to loop.
just keep it going the whole podcast.
I'm going to fix
So
that.
good. Hey,
So yeah,
we were saying
I guess we're gonna start.
the good, the bad, the
The
ugly.
good, the bad, the
I
ugly.
was prepared for this show.
I would be interested. Anybody who is watching live right now, because I haven't seen it. You guys have seen it. I'd be curious if others have heard of or seen this movie because I really had no idea.
Everybody's seen this
I would
movie.
like to know how off base I am.
I would like to be... I'm going to be as bold as to say you are the only one.
Nah,
There can be only one.
I think it could be a 50-50 split.
Well, in here we have a 2 out of 3 split.
That's true, but we only have 3 people. I can't half seen it, or you can't half seen it.
That's right. We're the only people that matter. Moving on.
All right.
Let's start with the good.
Let's start with the good.
Boom.
Brother
Oh,
Gilbert.
You went with brother.
Brother Gilbert.
Where would you guys start with the good? What stands out?
Sean Connery and the Dragon.
Yeah,
The Dragon was
Yeah.
That's where you got to
Yeah.
start.
That's where, now you have to remember up to then, we didn't have Game of Thrones. We didn't have a lot of different movies that, like even Harry Potter, that featured dragons. This was the best looking dragon.
To date.
To date. Before
But, I mean, besides Dragon Slayer,
I was about to say,
Well-
it's hard not to compare it to
they're
the
different kinds of dragons.
Yeah.
They're different kind of dragons, but like it was really good. The CG, the CG stood up. I think ILM did the special effects.
Yes, they did.
Yep, they were going to go with originally. I'll give you this little gem, and then you can keep going. It's relevant.
No, I like
the director said that he when coming up wrote the story for Dragonheart. Not maybe not the director, but he described it as Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Dragon. And he loved the idea that he thought it was not only funny but kind of sweet. And in order to get people to pay for it, he originally approached Jim Henson Creature Shop.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, but it was ILM.
Now it's noteworthy that Phil Tippett designed this dragon as well as the one that was in Dragon Slayer. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't.
I didn't know that, but
Good.
I read the
it
credits
was
this time.
nominated for an Oscar for visual effects.
it should have been because they also did the Jurassic Park
Yeah.
road where they had an animatronic that was really well done. So I think intermixing that was good. But like even like that's early CG, and
Really?
it was
This
pretty
was a year
good.
after Toy Story.
Yeah, high degree of difficulty too to make it talk. Like, and the lip movements was real. It was kind of some of the lighting sometimes was off, but even like the night scenes or the water, or, like it was pretty damn good.
Yeah, it was really good, and I think it had such a good personality with Sean Connery's voice
Yep.
in it.
And they animated him with kind of like a playful, catching the fake spear or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and like falling into the water. Like that was like overall they made the scheme kind of reflected with the character too, which was
I thought he was a great. Like, I thought like you couldn't have designed and voiced that dragon any better. I thought that was like he's the
Perfect casting.
He's the Dragonheart.
He's the heart of the dragon.
At last, I am become the Dragonheart.
I am the dragon.
Easy now,
He's got
Survivor.
incredible jumps.
It was
can
cool.
Fly
I like.
really high into the ocean.
Good job.
Yeah, amazing. I like I liked our first real appearance of him not only coming through the waterfall, but even right before that when he's like camouflaged as the rocks.
Yeah.
Which
I
they
thought that
never
was-
revisit,
No.
by the way.
Yeah,
They could have reused that.
there's a one-off.
It's like, hey, he has camouflage. Later.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, that could be useful. No.
Probably could have used it somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. But the scene, I really did think every time the dragon was on screen, it was really great.
It was.
Yeah.
The scene where he's flying with he's tied up, he's tied to it, and Dennis Quaid's in this movie. We'll get to Dennis
Brother
Quaid.
Gilbert.
He's hanging from the dragon and he's flying through the
Yeah.
trees.
Yeah, there it is, right there in the.
It's
on
in
the
the
drive-in.
background. And he's taunting him the whole time, and he's just like whacking into stuff. Like I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
That was really funny.
It was.
It was like an Indiana Jones scene.
It was.
Yeah.
What good did you have, Aaron?
I actually enjoyed Dennis Quaid sometimes.
I did too. I did too.
This is the only movie
We
where I
may have
enjoy
a
Dennis
split
Quaid.
decision on that one.
Not really, because I think it's 2-1. So
We-
it's not a split
Again.
decision.
I'm not saying he's magnificent. It's just
No.
the only movie where I like him.
that's the whole movie. That's the actor in the movie.
Right into your brain.
I think I drunk too much. It's like he's just constipated the whole movie, but it worked. It worked. That's what it felt like. He's like, oh man, I shouldn't have gone to Taco Bell.
Ate that block of cheese.
Oh, medieval.
It's not for it's not for profit. It's
Not
for
just for
pleasure.
breakfast anymore.
Don't waste good fruit on bad rhetoric.
Oh yeah. So stupid. God.
Zing!
That hair, that wig was incredible.
It was.
That wig was doing some work.
It was a wig? What?
Yeah, he did. I will say he did do a good job, and from the effects standpoint of it, making it seem like he was interacting with a creature there, not just like it was totally crappy.
No, it was. And, despite Dennis Quaid
Dennis Quaid.
had the emotional connection. Like,
Yeah.
it was believable for
No.
me. Oh, no.
I disagree. I'll
Ascension.
explain. I'll explain later. This is the good. So, but you keep going. I won't knock you down.
All right,
yet.
no, you did.
Not yet.
It's all right.
All right.
Show's
I know
over.
where you sleep.
Yep, done.
May as well pack up
All
our
right.
bags and go home.
There goes my place.
All
in the
right.
stars.
Until next week, everyone.
My heart, Matt. Now I have to kill myself to kill you.
No. I actually love that. Let's talk about that. I thought that was an amazing
To the
idea.
stars, Bowen. To the stars.
The switching of the hearts thing.
Or the idea that they're kind of tethered together.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great. I'd never
it's a
seen
good
a plot
idea,
like that.
but it's like the only part of the movie where I have trouble making sense of it. Is it just magic, or does he actually have half of a dragon's heart?
It's half his heart.
But how did it? But the only thing they show us is that little lightning bolt fixing that hole in his
Yeah, and
chest,
then
and then
like rubber.
does that work?
Rubber's back together.
Giant, talking, flying dragon, Aaron.
more likely than lightning bolts of hearts. I'm just saying.
Well, Donald Duck's
think
wore
it's,
pants.
It's definitely.
It's definitely metaphorical, but I
know.
just still.
I get.
Well,
what-
I
get
think
you.
that I think it is interesting that was sort of the one, other than the dragon just existing, but like the one kind of magical thing, which is in stark contrast to Dragon Slayer, where there's wizards and like
everywhere.
literal Yeah. Like there was no wizardry in this, which I
was a
thought was
very
kind of
grounded
surprising.
movie.
Yeah, it was very grounded, other than the talking dragon.
And I did appreciate that because it makes it relatable. It just feels
Yeah.
like people are hanging out, only it's 1,000 years ago.
Other than a talking dragon, it is kind of realistic that, it kind of makes sense in just in our universe. Oh, he was the last dragon that killed him. You know what I mean? There's no more dragons.
Thanks,
that-
Dennis Quaid.
That's kind of the groundedness to it.
I did like the scene where Dennis Quaid was in his mouth.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was one of the
If you
they
go
built
down,
like
I'll
a
go up.
They actually built
Yeah.
that, and
If you chomp down, I'll grow down.
yeah. And then it goes to
Regular.
nighttime, like that he's been there for
Yeah.
a really long. That was a really
Yeah.
good cut.
There was one bad cut though in that, and it's not a bad, but where did Brother Gilbert go? He's had enough.
Yeah.
He's like,
Brother Gilbert just kind of
this is too long.
and
He was
went.
looking for Avalon, dude. He couldn't wait around.
Yeah. He just started wandering off, like coming up with poetry.
Yeah.
Through the woods I went to find a tree to shit on.
The Giving Tree.
He's a good
this'll
too.
be good in
Can we say he's
He
a
is
good
such a
too?
good-
This is
that's
not
why I have
like
him in
my-
the
He's a
headline
good too
there.
because I love that actor. Unfortunately, he passed away, but I love that
Yeah,
actor.
he's so good.
He was great in that. James and Giant Peach, and Jurassic Park: Lost World. That movie was
I like that one.
all right.
He did just kind of pop in and out,
Yeah.
and like
Well, he's a famous actor. Maybe they couldn't afford him for more than a few scenes.
maybe.
I liked him though.
Well, we'll get to the actually. Let's do the budget now.
The budget
Ooh.
Yeah. How much do you think this movie cost to make?
in 1996,
1996.
50 million.
60 million.
Wow, you guys are way more accurate than I would have thought. I thought this was really high, but it's 63 million.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you adjust that for inflation, it's probably going to be like 80 million or
Yeah,
90.
a lot of money. How much do you think it made?
Not very much.
250 million.
No, I think it probably made. I think it's made its money back. Probably.
Made its money back? It made 115 million.
Oh,
Pretty damn good. Almost
Yeah.
doubled its money.
Yeah.
Not bad.
for 1996,
And
that's good
that's
money.
given
Yeah.
how many prequels, sequels, and all the video games, books, everything afterwards,
It's got a
you can
cult.
see why it made that much.
But I've never seen anything afterwards.
Yeah, me neither.
It's
obviously.
like, well, the prequels and everything after it, or the sequels or whatever that came after is kind of like how I view the Land Before Time
yeah.
sequels. It's like,
Ugh,
yeah, made for TV.
this happened.
Yeah.
Let's just keep this money train going.
Yeah, just don't make Babe 2. Whatever you do. Oh, they made Babe 2.
Oh, damn it, they did that.
My life is ruined.
Thanks, Mickey Rooney.
That was depressing. That was just
It's
so,
so
depressing.
depressing.
Oh, Mickey Rooney.
But we're talking about good things
Okay,
right now.
let's-
Good thing. Yeah, keep going.
Think positively.
I liked the idea. I did like that they were kind of con artists. I
Yeah.
kind of like that. It didn't.
Yeah, it was like the good, the bad, and the ugly.
We'll get to it. I didn't really like that.
wasn't it?
Dennis
Yeah.
Quaid was doing that, but I did like that he got kind of called out on it. Where Sean Connery Draco is like, "Hey, you live by an order. What's going on with like?" But you're conning all these peasants and not helping them. And then Dennis Quaid's response is basically like, "Shut up, man!" Like,
No, it was more like, I tried that and it sucked.
Yeah. But that was the way the character is written, Matt. Like you had someone who's noble and lived by the order, and like he's like his arc, his
Knights
point of view
Code.
changed because he tried to influence this young prince to be that order, and it's kind of like, well, screw it, you know what I mean? And like the whole arc of him was coming back to that. You know what I mean?
I didn't
Back
like his arc.
Oh, I like that. You're
It's
just not
like
a
when you
happy
start a
person.
diet and then a bunch of people force feed you food, and then you're like, well, there goes that diet.
That's probably why he was so bloated the whole movie. That makes sense, Aaron. That makes a lot of sense.
Then I just cracked this
Brother
movie's code.
Gilbert. Oh, Sir Eagle.
Oh, dear. Gotta get down river.
I only chewed in self-defense.
But I never swallowed. Light a match. It's been in my mouth for weeks.
Nice.
I did like, as fun as it was, I liked some of the darker elements to it.
Yeah, he knew when to play
That
the different
it,
end of
like-
the spectrum.
It took on two very dark ideas. That the mom was basically trying to kill her son, the
Yeah.
prince, like openly, like we're gonna kill him, because he's so evil, and then also that basically he was Sean Connery had to commit suicide to kill. Like that's a very dark idea.
Yeah.
Like I have to
But
not
he
just sacrifice myself, but you have to literally murder me right now. Like not just I died in like he had to have somebody else kill him.
It's hardly a sacrifice. He went to dragon heaven.
Yeah, and only a few dragons.
He's like a 3D
And
constellation.
and his star shine the brightest.
Wait, we said this movie was grounded. Hold on. Those stars moved around in the sky. That doesn't happen like that.
I'm sure like,
There would have been a huge
the
disturbance.
cosmic consequences.
But
of
only
that.
when a dragon dies. That's it.
And he just murdered, like, can you imagine? He just mowed down over a 12-year period all the dragons in the world. Like, and all those dragons becoming constellations. Like, the effects on the planets in the solar system or in those solar systems must have been catastrophic.
He's affected so many lives, not just the dragons.
All the
lives.
deaths.
What a fuck.
It's that scene from Aaron hasn't seen it yet, but Rogue One, where you see the oncoming. Yeah, and everybody. Yeah,
That's what happens.
The oncoming, yeah, I remember
The,
that.
the
That's right.
oncoming.
You remember that, Aaron?
No.
It's oncoming, so wait
Yeah,
for it.
oncoming.
Okay, I'll be
We'll
waiting.
do that at some point.
We got to watch it before Disney takes it away.
Yes.
But that is also another dark scene. Is that the dragons are basically extinct now?
Yes.
And, like, there's probably like a whole
Molly
bunch of
was
zoo
dead
books
to begin with.
Zoo books of endangered species while
Oh, I
Draco
remember
was
those
alive.
dumb
Yeah.
commercials.
And then
It's
he's,
true.
There was that one scene where they're eaten by the fire, and he sees Bowen's shield with the dragon spikes on it. Like, the dragon sees it, and he's not, like, pissed off about it. He's like, you must not have liked us.
Hey, guy.
I thought he'd have a stronger reaction
No
than
shit,
that.
Sherlock. Just making nice talk.
Just making small talk.
You must not like us, you son of a bitch.
Next thing you're going to tell me about the weather.
You sound like the fathers from Family Guy.
Oh, sorry.
You're playing both sides.
I had one other dark thing.
Too
circled
fun of a
here,
voice.
Was that they
Yes.
did actually take on the idea that, when they caught on to it, the scheme or whatever, I don't remember if they caught on yet, but basically they sacrifice Kara, the girl
Kara.
character,
Yeah.
to like go be eaten.
That was funny.
And then he's singing to her.
Yeah, that's a pretty dark idea, but then like, oh, they turned it into like, oh, he's a good dragon. Yeah, let's go.
He's a good
You should have
guy.
eaten her. Or eat her. Should have ate her. It's late.
Good job.
What did you
Peter.
think of the what did you think of the King Arthur motivation?
I like that
Switcheroo.
I like that tie-in. What unholy place is this? Unholy. This is the resting place of King Arthur himself.
And we found it really quick.
Yes. Only dragons know where they are.
Well, I'll tell you that it was a little bit weird, but it was there to close Bowen's character arc, and it was
Yeah.
and it helped with Brother Gilbert too, because he was looking for Avalon.
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 That's true.
So it was just a nice little moment.
It was a good, the way it was shot, I honestly thought, because I wasn't, again, watching it on like fast speed, the voices kind of blended together.
Brother Gilbert.
I watched it on YouTube, and it like sped up 15 minutes worth.
And that's why you're gonna tear a new one in this movie.
I actually loved this movie a lot.
What?
I loved it.
Heresy.
I wonder why.
fun.
I want to know why. It was fun. Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, just fun.
It was awesome. Just because I'm ripping into Dennis Quaid. It's one of those movies where it's
son
like,
of a bitch.
yeah.
Well, I'm surprised. Wow.
But I did like the scene when I
wanna
saw
see
the
it in Blu-ray.
ghost, the way they shot it and how quickly it cut. Like the normal version probably gave it like a beat that was needed, but the way it was shot and the way the voice came across, I kind of thought it was Draco, the Sean. I thought it was Draco the dragon, like pretending to do the voice to convince him to go and do the mission.
Yeah.
Because they show him like listening to the ghost of King Arthur, and then it's like immediate. It's an immediate cut to the dragon emerging from the shadows. I thought it was like him tricking him.
I don't know. It seemed to me like it was just
Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
the way it came off to me. It was just Dennis Quaid having a what do you call it?
A hallucination.
A hallucination. Yeah.
There was mushrooms right next to him. I wonder.
Okay.
He
Anyways,
popped some of those bad
yeah.
boys. Yeah.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum.
I got rid of my Mario sounds. Sorry.
I
will say it was much, his name as Draco is a lot better than
Drogon.
Vermithrax Pejorative.
Hey, that's a classic Latin name.
It is.
There's not even like a shortened version.
Vermithrax
Vermi
is a
or
Latino. Okay.
VP.
Pejorative.
The Vermithrax
It's like
Pejorative.
anti-transcendentalism.
It's the collegiate intellectual.
Yeah.
He's got a monocle the whole time.
I don't like that.
Sean Connery just kind of like
see that dragon
comes in
is
a little
voiced by-
boozy.
I like it shaken, not stirred.
Yeah.
No, that dragon is Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Hello, Bone. Good
Let's
evening.
get wasted.
I am the last one.
So the only I have like I don't know if you can see I tag my comments as blue
I think you're
when
gonna run
they're
out
good.
of notebooks there.
Well, yeah, I'm coming to the end of this one.
The beautiful thing is trees grow back.
Yes, just keep cutting them down.
We chop all day, we chop all night.
What did you think of the big fight scene
The big fight scene.
with where they like go and like trap them and they do the run away and
It
then they all
was-
like catch it like they trap them in the woods and
Yeah.
surround them in fire and then you get your guys' favorite character, the monk, like picking them off with his
Yeah.
arrows.
To me, that was the only good part of that scene was the monk.
Yeah.
Everything else just felt kind of throwaway until they got into the castle.
Yeah. Although it was a good reveal. It went in a direction I wasn't expecting, that he's kind of immortal
Yeah.
when he gets hit, and that was really good.
Yeah, like every time they try to kill him was like kind of cool.
And he falls off the
Yeah.
the castle.
He falls through a stone floor.
Well, could we
He's
talk
just
about
like,
him? 'Cause
I'm
he-
good.
Could we talk about him because he was a good?
we're getting
He
to
was a
him.
good.
Mustache Man. Yeah.
Mustache Man from Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Ares.
I always forget
This
his
is
name.
the extended universe.
You broke my heart.
He kind of had that Tropic Thunder Simple Jack haircut the whole
Oh,
time,
yeah.
which was like kind of funny to me.
But he's a great actor.
Always
That actor's
good.
Pretty good. He was pretty good. I like
one
the
of his
scene where
lines.
he survived the assassination attempt and just like kind of saw her popping in and the like either through like a mirror or the glass or something, and then he just like kind of casually like dispatches with her and they take her away.
See, I don't think he realized he was immortal until
Yeah.
he got killed. Holy fuck! I could have done some dangerous things. You know.
Can I actually, here's another good. Sean Connery's Scottish, right?
Yes.
It sounded like other
Yes.
people in the movie were Scottish too.
Yes, they were.
So
Scotch.
that made it seem like it wasn't so out of place.
True.
Dennis Quaid Scottish, right?
If he
Yes.
was, he didn't sound like it in this movie.
No.
He was drinking
he did
scotch.
He had a thoroughly American accent in this movie.
He sure did. And you know what? We forgive him for it. 'Cause
Yes.
he's Dennis Quaid. But we don't forgive. We don't
Absolutely do not forgive him. Do you forgive him for Robin Hood?
Oh no, that's my point here.
Okay.
We forgive Dennis Quaid for some reason.
Not because it is easy, but because it is hard.
Because it is hard. Because no one blasts Dennis Quaid.
Not because.
We choose to forgive Dennis Quaid. We choose to do it in this decade.
That may be my favorite joke that we've ever.
Not because it is easy, but it's because it is hard.
Oh my God.
He may not be British.
Let's move to bad.
Wait,
Well,
hold
let me
on.
reply.
Wait, was Dennis Quaid in Robin Hood? You mentioned that more than
No,
once. What?
he wasn't in Robin Hood.
I thought so.
So his
Not Robin, yeah.
his point was that we're more forgiving of Dennis Quaid not doing a British accent, but we're not forgiving of
we expect more from Kevin Costner.
Kevin
Costner. Yeah, I
He
confused
started and then gave up. That's
Yeah.
different.
And I think Kevin. I think
The
Kevin,
lesson is always just don't try.
and I think Kevin
Be
Costner.
consistent.
And Kevin Costner's not as. I don't think
We're
he's as
doing
good as actor. I
Waterworld
know.
at some point, man.
Kevin Costner's not a good actor.
We'll have to.
Waterworld.
He's got a good soundtrack.
Yeah, it does.
I will say it was impressive. I don't know if Sean Connery's ever done voice acting before, but his voice acting was impressive.
It was.
I don't
carried
know
the
how
movie.
they would have done it at that time. Maybe he read the lines and then they animated
It
it.
filmed him probably because you can see.
Actually, they did do that. Hold on.
Did they? Because you can
Yeah.
see the way he talks.
Well,
like
yeah,
Sean
that's
Connery.
common practice is to film the voice actor.
An animation.
They
That's
did,
why Robin Williams looks like the genie.
Voice recording for Draco was done in 3 sessions. To help animate Draco's facial expressions, Cohen and the ILM animators took close-up shots of Connery from his previous films, categorized the clips according to what emotion was being expressed, and put them in separate
Wow.
tapes. So they didn't record him
Not for
while
this
he was
one.
doing the voiceover. They did it. They just
Well,
pulled
maybe-
old acting.
maybe
Cameras
it's-
are expensive.
But maybe he's emoting more. Maybe he's not emoting as much as in the voiceover. Maybe he is, but like maybe there's more acting involved.
If you emote on this take, I'll go down on you. Frozen peas.
Frozen peas. Let's have a farm in Virginia.
So before we move on, the remake of this movie. They were
Yes.
in 2013. They were thinking about remaking this movie.
What?
And they've made a
Thank
whole bunch of
God.
other crap regarding this movie after that. So like, it's not going to happen. They're not going to remake it. But
If
do
you
know
did,
who
get
was,
Sean Connery in it.
do you know who was originally
Going to voice
going to play
Will Smith.
Dennis Quaid's role?
Will Smith.
No wait, what was it? 2001?
Randy Quaid.
1996. Randy Quaid.
Oh, originally.
Yeah. Randy Quaid.
Let me think about this.
So Sean Connery was always going to be the dragon.
was locked.
In because that was their original.
Keanu. Way off.
You'll be like, oh, that makes total sense.
was it
Tom Selleck.
was it a famous?
Think of the world and the voices.
Bill Paxton.
Bill Murray.
No, Bill
Oh,
Murray,
no, I'm just kidding.
Liam Neeson.
Oh, okay.
So 1996. What?
Schindler's
When
List.
did Schindler's List come out?
It was like 93,
1994,
wasn't it?
93, and Jurassic Park.
Oh, so earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if he made the choice, if he had a tough decision between
They were already
Schindler's
doing
List and
pre-production on
Dragonheart.
episode 1 by that point. Did you not never seen Schindler's List? Is it as depressing as people say? I haven't seen it.
Let's pop the popcorn in.
Yeah,
let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Schindler's List, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, that's Schindler's List. Holocaust.
We got the fridge. Sonny D, what else?
Rev up those ovens. Oh, jeez.
I was taking a drink. When you said,
I just got it.
oh my god.
I just referenced SpongeBob and the Holocaust in the same breath.
Yeah. We can have pizza
Like
bagels.
Guy
Put it in
Fieri.
the oven, you know? If pizza's on a bagel, you can eat
All
pizza anytime.
Why are you talking about bagels?
Speaking of getting dark,
Bagels. Is it kosher? I don't know.
we're gonna go to hell,
We're gonna get
and then we're
turned
gonna
off.
be we're gonna be
What's
turned
the
into
difference between a pizza
Constellation.
and a Jew?
Okay, we're back.
We love Jewish people. The Holocaust was evil, and we renounce
You're
Nazis.
gonna call it by name.
We renounce Nazis.
Call there was there was issues on both sides of that equation.
Yes.
Yes. Bagels
And pizza.
and pizza.
Both
It's just not
equally
natural.
delicious.
We've gone from 2-1.
Those
here.
two sides should not.
Should we go to the bad?
Let's do the bad.
Good.
So what are some of your guys' bad from this movie?
Dennis Quaid's accent. For one.
That's a good one.
Pretty bad.
For me, I think Kara was weak.
Really? I didn't mind her.
I thought she was attractive, but I think she wasn't rememberable.
Memorable.
Oh,
I thought she was okay.
Yeah, she wasn't
She was
bad,
fine.
just not
yeah. She was
stand out.
She was in Starship Troopers, right?
Yeah, she was dizzy.
Dizzy.
We saw some action in Starship Troopers,
Oh,
didn't we? And the tour moves on.
I thought it was good of her to kind of call out. She was the one of calling out that they were the con artists. I
had
like that
purpose.
they
He's
did
in
that.
league with the dragon.
This chick, a woman, am I right?
This talking dragon that clearly didn't get killed.
Yeah.
Stupid lady. Yeah. Neat.
That's pretty much how it went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. Meat.
They're like licking their lips.
That was another scene that got me because they wanted to eat the horse and the people when the dragon was gone.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're hungry. They haven't eaten in weeks.
They're malnourished.
I don't know if I could
Malnourished.
even do that, but I guess if you're hungry enough.
Eat all pigs.
What'd you think of Lucius Malfoy? Another Harry Potter.
Yeah, he was
appearance.
He was great.
in this
Young,
movie, like almost
beardy.
as an afterthought.
I kind of liked him. I kind of liked him a lot,
Rotex.
actually.
Well, he was like a bad guy, but not a serious bad guy. He was
Yeah.
almost a goof,
He was, because he came out with his pants falling down.
and that was like almost not par for the course for him. So it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, to play a little bit more goofy than sinister.
bumbling, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought he was good. What else was bad?
There's not a lot.
I thought the king at the very start, the fact that like the original king was just kind of going around all by himself, just burning
Putting out
houses all by
Yeah.
himself, nobody around.
What an ass.
Just like he's an asshole, but also just
He's like Billy Madison.
like you think of him like going off in quiet, like I'm gonna just go burn those houses now, like by himself.
He sets fire a poo.
Yeah.
Bag into the platform.
He called the shit poop.
You king, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, set the fire.
You burned my
Set
family.
the fire.
Call the fire department.
Call Scotland Yard.
And then they all come out and like, did they just like swarm him? I didn't.
Yeah, they
maybe I
swarmed
missed him,
him.
and he just kind of died.
Yeah.
And then the kid tries to take the crown from him, and he's like, "No,
No, it's mine.
I think they loved each other.
It was kind of like that scene in the Dark Crystal when the other king was dying, and they go take like he's real dead. It's a real creepy scene in the Dark Crystal when
Ben, nobody can hear you right now.
the Skeksis is dying, and like it's the King Skeksis, and it has like the little hand is brittle, and like they try to take it. He goes, no. It's like creepy. That's kind of what it remind me of.
I'll take movies only Ben has seen for 500, Alex.
I will say as much as I loved the mouth shot and going back and forth from inside the mouth and then the outside.
It was really well done.
Awesome. The tongue was really kind of gross to me because they animated the like
Well,
phallic
yeah.
tongue kind of like popping up into his crotch.
It's not a
and
tongue's fault. It's phallic.
I know, but they chose
It's
to
your
animate
fault
the tongue kind of like whipping around.
It's
like,
your fault for thinking it's phallic.
All right. Well, look, I want to write some fan fiction about this movie. Okay, all about the
Draco's tongue, ex Bowen.
Draco's tongue.
So why didn't Draco have a son? But they did. But he's supposed to have a son in the sequel, I guess.
But he was the last one.
Got that.
She and
He was the last one.
she and I were the last. She was the lesbian. and I was gay.
It's unfortunate, really.
I would love.
my choice.
Yeah, I would like the extended history of his like controversial gay relationship with the
Yeah.
second to last dragon that he kills, and this is like a long like revenge.
Yeah.
I
So
tried
you
to
gonna
pick it up at
reproduce
the
your
Dragon
species?
Bar.
Yes. Why didn't you? I like penis.
She was a bitch.
She was a bitch. All day. She nags.
I can't believe I never
nags,
thought of this.
And nags. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Let's go con some people.
Yes, that's what I'll do.
Oh, this is fun.
I'm not going to dragon heaven anyway.
He was very much into like, hey, Mr. Murderer, guy killing all my species. Let's team up. Like,
You want to hang out later?
yeah. He was like, let's do it. Whatever. It was
Cool,
like,
I'll
I
join
guess
you.
It was me. I got a bargain for you.
Well, he didn't want to get killed. And
He could have easily killed him, though.
Well, they could have easily killed each other.
Do your worst, dragon. No, when he splits them out.
Yeah.
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 Just
They
and then he
were-
like gags on him.
Yeah.
That was
He didn't blow. He only like spit fire a couple times.
But he blew from the nose.
That's true. He did.
Yeah.
He went, kill me. That was an awesome shot, actually.
Yeah, it
where
was.
Dennis Quaid looking badass in profile,
Yeah.
and the fire just kind of
Yeah.
all around him.
Yeah.
Who needs a nutty pot?
Yeah.
When you got fire, I got you know.
Dennis Quaid just
Gesundheit.
Has anybody ever explained how dragons breathe fire? Ever?
Yes,
Okay, can you enlighten me, please?
it's magic.
Okay,
Tabasco.
I like it.
It's that good old horseradish stage.
turns to camera with
keep it
like
in the belly.
a bottle of like Dragonfire hot sauce.
Oh, I need to make that as like a tie-in for Game of Thrones, and everyone would buy it.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Ooh, make sriracha. If you're out there, sriracha watching,
Sriracha.
make your Game of Thrones hot sauce, and you'll be rich. rich, rich.
Sriracha Dragonheart. style.
Ghost pepper. There you go.
The ghost
You like
pepper.
that one? That's relevant,
It
actually.
is. It is.
Zombies.
Zombies.
I'm not as good as this accent, but I'm going to keep doing it.
You're,
Okay.
but you're the man now, dog.
I hope people get that.
Yes.
Listen, Matt.
That's a great
Punch
movie.
the keys.
Punch 'em.
Yes.
Starting with an adjective.
Just okay. I know we're off the rails right now, but just
Yes.
I got on a Sean Connery kick after I watched Dragonheart, and I immediately popped in Finding Forrester. It was
So that's
It was
an
a good
awesome
night.
movie.
It totally-
As a basketball fan, and like,
Yeah.
it's an awesome,
good movie.
sweet movie.
I love that Jermaine O'Neal's in that movie.
What?
The boy looks like
Yeah, he
Jermaine
kind of
O'Neal.
does. You're right. He does.
For those who understand, Jermaine
We talked
O'Neal
about this chick looks. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I will say the monk just kind of popping in and out as needed. That I mean, call it
I
out
never
at
even
least.
noticed that.
Yeah. Well,
He went away when he wasn't relevant.
Brother Gilbert.
the how about the team of dragon slayers that
They're with their weird ass language that no one can understand.
that the king enlists, and then like they're just shit. Like they're just
Yeah.
worthless.
They're awful.
Yo.
Here's our awesome scorpion weapon. We're gonna get him, and then it's like, oh no, you're,
I mean, Bowen personally killed like 50 dragons by himself.
yeah. We're the all stars, and then they
And he's
can't do
portrayed as
anything.
somewhat bumbling in some places.
So he's
Benny Hill music.
the Boba Fett of those group, basically, and they're the
I guess.
Snaggletooth and IG-88.
Oh, IG-88.
My pocket protector is showing.
I got one too. Remember Bosk? Yeah. He's one of the bounty hunters too. I'm a dork as well.
Yeah, I don't remember Boss, but
He's the one that looks like the lizard. He's like,
that's Snaggletooth, right?
Bosk.
I thought it was Snaggletooth.
I have no idea what you guys are talking.
Stage left, even. Heavens to Murgatroyd.
What did you think of the scene where the king goes and like? So right after Kara tries to assassinate him,
Yes.
he goes and like he recognizes her as the one that basically led to the sequence of events of him getting
Yeah,
the
how
half
did he
heart.
recognize her?
For whatever reason they chose a completely different actress who was also like kind of older,
Yep.
and it was like, wait a minute, those are the same person.
Yep.
So Kara, who we see the whole movie basically, and then at the very start you see she has like a helmet on and she
Little
takes
girl.
it
Bucket
off and
helmet.
she has red hair. that's a different actress playing the same character, but they look like they're similar age, but they recast her for
Really?
whatever reason. I don't.
Well,
I don't
he's
get
younger in it, and it's not the same actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, why did they They should have recast her as like a much younger.
I gotta
kid,
watch it
I
again.
think.
Or called at her by name.
Yeah, something, anything.
Yeah.
I also didn't really get why he was blaming her.
Because
She just kind of like bumped into him, and
Yeah.
then he fell onto a spike. Like,
Yeah.
Ow.
it's your fault. A spike that was just like on a pole.
It was like a hanging nail
You're
or
right.
something.
Yeah, just like, ugh, I'm dead now.
Yeah.
Or, I'm done.
He kind of reminded me of the. Is it Herbert? And
Herbert.
Herbert.
I can only think of Family Guy Herbert.
No. Herbert. I think it's Herbert.
dying.
Well, in Monty Python Holy Grail in the window, Herbert, the gay son.
Give me a
He's like,
voice or something.
I'm waiting for someone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of look.
Alice.
Like,
Herbert.
she's got huge tracts of land. There you go.
That spike pierced my sternum.
Let's not bicker in about who killed who.
Jeez.
This is supposed to be a happy occasion.
That's great. Let's
Let's go to the ugly.
let's go to the ugly.
I'm going to let you guys start, and then I'm going to just kind of tear into Dennis Quaid for a little bit. That's basically where I'm going.
He's giving us a head start.
The ugly.
I had two gripes with this movie.
Okay.
One was the magic half of a heart thing that's never really gone into much detail. I mean, it's explained well enough that it makes sense thematically, but otherwise it's still like, huh?
Yeah.
There's a difference
I can
between
see what you mean.
explaining something in a plot way and then explaining it in a grounded way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that it's not supposed to be super grounded there, but it's like I still wanted a little more explanation there.
Would you have liked, even if they had like called it out, even if for whatever reason, at one point when he was in the room with her, and she was kind of tied, like in the bed,
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna get like super dark and he was gonna rape her.
Yeah.
Like the way they set
Game
it
of
up.
Thrones
Like
style.
if they had, obviously it didn't go that way, but if like his shirt was kind of like untied or something, and you
Billowing.
could see like his glowing, sort of like Iron Man glowing heart, like a
yeah.
callback to it almost.
That would have been neat.
Because it was because it kind of was sort of like set up and then end, and that's it. And it does kind of feel kind of.
I'm just gonna say
thrust in.
I wanted like a dragon surgery scene in the OR with the scalpel.
Scalpel.
Yeah. Give me the scalpel, Bowen.
Connect the purple to the green wire.
Where are the tools?
Sterilize my hands.
Oh, jeez.
What was your other gripe?
My other gripe was
What grinds your gears?
I had it a second ago. Somebody go ahead of me.
Ben, can you think of any?
Oh, this is
See, it's really hard.
it is hard.
This isn't a movie that it's hard to even come up with an ugly because it's like
It's so solid.
Pretty polished.
this is a well, I will put this in a. It's fun, but it's like not a masterpiece. It's
No.
almost in a
Yeah.
lot of ways it
Nobody
tre-
would say it was a masterpiece.
It
No.
treads in so bad it's good. Like in some cases.
A tiny bit.
Well, what
In that, like, you can't rip it. You can't like destroy it because it's still fun. Like I still love Dennis Quaid because of how
Yeah.
crappy he is.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where
Yeah,
I'm going.
yeah. I think that's it's probably Dennis Quaid, But I it's the same reason you have. I don't think he was like you could add a million different actors, but it probably wouldn't have worked. You know what I mean? That's the weird thing. You could have someone else in there, but like there's a lovable something about Dennis Quaid that added
Lovable?
to it. Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Like
I thought he was an asshole the whole time. I thought he was.
he
a dick.
was.
A noble asshole.
No,
I think it's the way
no,
the
no.
character's written.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think at any point in the movie, even when he was supposed to be the like pure self, noble, like living by the order still, at the very start of the movie, before he was kind of corrupted, he was a dick from moment one. Like he was sparring with him, and he was like just kind of condescending, like, "You'd be dead now, whap.
But he's-
or like,
but it's tough love.
you're a shithead in the dirt. You're gonna die. Whap.
Matt, have you
And he's
never
just-
been on like a sports team or anything?
I have, but
'Cause
like
that's how the coaches talk to kids. That's how my coach
coaches?
talked to me. And I loved him for it.
But it's tough love.
Let's get into your coach,
But he's
your,
but
your
he's-
sports coaches, Aaron.
He was a nice guy, but he liked to talk shit on the court. Come on.
But it's for the better to improve himself.
Yeah, it's hardening you up.
to mock him. I thought he was a dick. That wasn't like tough love. It wasn't like you'd be dead now. It was like, it was very like condescending mockery. It wasn't like in an instructive way.
So it's his fault that he made him bad.
Yeah. It's Dennis
There you
Quaid's
go.
That's
fault.
where I'm going. And
Fuck
then
that heart.
But then let me continue that thread. When he gets the heart, I also thought it was kind of weird that Dennis Quaid blamed the dragon for corrupting the prince,
Well,
and
it-
then like going on a killing spree of dragons when it was obvious from moment one that the prince was an asshole, and then also he was a dick to him the whole time, and also there was no reason to correlate the dragon heart to corrupting the kid, and that was what spawned him into his like
it was like
spiral of
1000
darkness.
AD. People thought in magical terms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see your
I thought
point.
Dennis Quaid was an asshole.
It was the whole
time.
because of A, therefore B.
It was kind of like, again, Dragon Slayer. I thought the Peter McNichol was kind of a dick the whole time, and like he was supposed to be the hero, and he was a dick.
He was a bumbling hero,
Yeah.
much like Dennis Quaid.
Well,
He's the reluctant hero. He's also he's actually kind of an anti-hero.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
He's
go
kind of a venom. in it.
exterminate an entire race of animals.
Can we not say exterminate race? I already made a Holocaust joke.
We did the
today.
Holocaust. We're doing Schindler's List.
We lost
just-
viewers. We lost viewers.
We're virtue
No
signaling
more
here.
Viewers over here.
Here's Pepe the Frog. Go.
Hi-yo. Pepper the Frog here.
Pepe the Frog here.
Oui, oui. I'm gonna do fromage. All right, that's
We will take back this country.
you will bow down before us. You will bow down before us, both you and someday your heirs.
Blood and soil.
This is how we fill the areas where we have no uglies.
This is the goofball
Blood is oil.
episode.
Blood is oil. I am the perfect race. Slimy and green.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
We're gonna get, when we do the highlights for August, it's basically gonna be this episode only. Cut all the good jokes.
Would you say it's a?
Oh God!
Would you say it's a slippery slope?
And then that's where we now cue
Bum, 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 bum,
cue
ba-dum, bum.
the Waldorf and the.
These guys suck. Is it over? No.
It's still going.
Oh shit.
It's only been 48 minutes, but it feels like a lifetime.
I don't even know where to go from here.
I still can't remember my last ugly. I had two.
I'm gonna keep going with Dennis Quaid hate.
Please, please.
So he was an asshole the whole time of like completely ignoring the order and the Knight's Code, and like at some point you got to acknowledge he has to acknowledge himself that he is being a dick and like being sort of the profiteering character, but towards the end of the movie he didn't, when he was called out on it, he thought he was still a knight of the order. It's like, how do you not? You got to reconcile that, man. Like, you're taking advantage of peasants that you were gonna, but he still thought he was being admirable. Like, come on,
He
give
didn't
me a
think
break.
he was being admirable. He didn't care.
Yeah.
He said as much.
I'm gonna choose to think I'm right.
Welcome to the internet.
Hey, that sounds like 2017.
That's
That's not. I'm just gonna
That's
choose
fake
to
news,
believe
Aaron.
I'm right.
And this is our most like
You will bow down
politically
before
charged
me.
sub commentary. I did like. Well, the other thing was like, I have a name. This is actually. I'm going to go back to a good, like
Yeah.
where he's like, I have a name. It's Sean Connery,
Yeah.
the dragon.
We never
He's
got
like,
to hear the name.
Yeah,
That
we
was
didn't-
great.
You can't pronounce it in your tongue. It's. When I was a little kid, I thought that was the name. It's Ricky Icky Icky Ting Tang.
Eki, pekong.
We're no longer the knights to say Draco.
Draco, I like that.
It's Draco.
I'd say it's a little too on the nose.
No, I am honored that you call me by that name.
Scale it back. Nailed it.
I prefer dragon or dragging or Pete. But not
That's
Brother
it.
Gil.
Oh, here we go. I also this is really the biggest thing that I didn't think him killing Draco at the end was it forced his hand. His hand was forced rather than him choosing to do it. If that makes sense. Like it wasn't like this is what we have to do. I recognize the severity of the situation. I have to kill the dragon in order to stop this menace of a king, which also is kind of again is an amazing, I think, conflict for a character to have. Like kill this newfound best friend dragon to stop the evil. Otherwise, it's going to go on in perpetuity because he's immortal because of it. Like that's a cool conflict, but for him to only be pressed to do it when he sees him like coming to attack or whatever, like when the king comes out and is going to attack again.
Yeah.
Like that felt like, oh, I wish he would have like made the decision on his own. But like I kind of get like they got to.
I have a counterpoint to that.
Yeah, there is one. So go for it.
It was brilliantly shot in Zack Snyder slow motion, such that you have time to think about everything, and you have that shot of Sean Connery where he's like,
Do it. No more dragons.
"You know
because
you
of
want
me.
this, don't you?"
Remember the tongue?
We'll always have that day.
You and I were the last.
Shit.
And oh, how it lasted.
He seriously was like
Salty.
pulling his sweater off and be like, "You like what you see?"
Kind of peeling it back.
Do it. Strike
Take
hard,
me,
strike too true.
Take me to the stars.
To the stars, Bowen.
And then he did the Jedi disappearance. Just kind of like floated away.
Yeah,
Forever sleep.
Do you think the other dragons did that
probably.
No, they,
when Bowen killed them?
they didn't because
only if they
a
went to
few
Dragon
went
Heaven.
Only a pure of heart.
Only ones that kill themselves.
My name's Draco.
He didn't kill himself. Bowen killed him
That's right. Why do they call him Bowen?
because his name was Bowen.
This is all adding up now.
I don't understand.
Mythbusters. Boom.
He's
I wish I
Bowen.
had a graphic for like,
He's Bowen in his
Busted. It
mouth.
was in the script.
That's the next graphic I need to make. Is whenever we solve like a stupid
You're the man
problem.
now, Bowen.
Busted.
Thank you.
We didn't talk about the random blind dad that kind of
Had no part to play, pretty
it
much.
just was like, I'm an innocent and I am being killed.
Did he
So
come back
is-
at the end? Did anybody notice that? There was a guy in the crowd. If we look at it back,
He reused the extra.
yeah, I noticed that this is my yeah, because he looks up and like they're looking through the stars and Draco's getting
just
saved.
there.
and then the guy look up
And he's blind.
I'm gonna cut to him. It's like he's not blind, but like the same actor. It's like
I didn't notice that.
I noticed it. I think it's the same extra.
We
or
need-
someone looks exactly like it that they use a close up on him.
We need one more person. We need to put him front and center.
Yeah, we got it for 5 more minutes.
Put him in there. Yeah.
Just
What the hell? We're already gonna make our money back.
Just trim his beard a little. Beard. Oh, that's appropriate.
That's appropriate.
Sounds of the old country.
Sounds of the Highland.
You know I'm not wearing
So,
panties in those.
I think we're all in agreement, but let's make it explicit.
Sure.
Would you recommend somebody go see this movie?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I watch it like every couple of years. It's not bad.
It's a good movie. One thing that was good that I didn't mention was the music.
Oh yeah, that was one of its
The
strong
music
suits.
was one of the strong points. Same guys that did Angels in the Outfield. Same guy did Angels in the Outfield.
And we had that discussion during Angels in the Outfield. It felt like they shared a little bit of the.
They did.
Yeah.
It came around the same time, actually.
Yeah, so somebody was milking their music pages.
The main
Yes.
song, "The World of the Heart" and "To the Stars" were also used in the film trailers for Two Brothers, Mulan, and 7 Years in Tibet, as well as clip montages at the Oscars.
So
It's
it was
beautiful.
the
And
original.
the closing credits of the U.S. broadcast of the Olympic Games.
It's beautiful.
So it's been reused.
It's a beautiful.
like,
it's
it
It was the trailer music before the theme from Requiem for a Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
That got used forever.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks for what?
The Robin Hood theme's got a good one that they use for a lot of trailers. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't
But
know.
Dragonheart, yeah, the music was really, really fantastic. It
on
touched all
point.
it was eloquently put together. Like it tugged on your heartstring at the
Well, it
end.
had
It
the
was
same
beautiful.
tone as the movie. It was sometimes playful, sometimes
yeah, it matched.
huge in
It fit
scope.
It
for
matched.
sure.
But the main theme, the To the Stars theme, is like awesome.
I would say, controversial opinion.
Ooh, bring it on.
You're going down.
I wouldn't go out of your way to go watch it.
Up your.
That's all I can say.
That's it. It was really, really fun. I can't recommend. Okay, are you gonna attack me? No, we're way off. There we go.
If you're gonna
There we go.
commit, do it.
All right, stop. Let's start.
Hit him.
My hand is so big. Crush it.
Get back on the couch, you.
All right,
We're having
go.
controversial
This is-
opinions here.
One more time.
Okay. Wait.
Oh, the
I
other way.
got the sound effect.
Ready?
Perfect.
One, two, three.
This is like SNL.
Sounds bad. This is great for the podcast.
This is the worst show ever.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
It's the best show ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think it was fun, but it also, I don't know. If you're an adult, I wouldn't go out of your way to go watch it. Like
I'm
this,
an adult.
I'm an adult.
I'm a grown man.
Are you a happy person?
No, I'm never happy.
I've never been happy.
I've never been happy.
I don't like good movies.
I don't care.
out of your way to see it.
Where are the other good movies?
I don't care for such things as passion and joy.
Did you know it was made into a PlayStation game?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Never
You guys
played the game,
should do
though.
that on Game Shark.
I guess
about that time.
No.
No,
Never.
There was also an original Game Boy game based on.
Oh, Game Boy.
It is rather simple and lacking in challenge.
Let's do it, Aaron.
Much like this movie.
Let's do it.
Concluded that it offers decent entertainment and longevity for a portable game. Okay. Yeah, I
There's
mean-
also a series too, right? They made a series that's now like on something.
There was like 500 other movies.
They made a TV series.
There's a
of it?
TV series.
they
I
didn't.
believe.
They did the Stargate treatment?
Yeah,
Legacy, sequels, prequels. I don't think they made a TV series.
I saw something about a series that's recent.
Jeez.
I don't know.
We'll find out
Find out next time when we watch the entire series
on Dragon Ball
and
Z.
review it.
I do have to say that the guy who played the guy who directed it, he directed other movies with the title Dragon in it.
Really?
Rob Cohen? What else has he done?
like Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon?
Wait, Enter the Dragon.
Not
Whoa.
the Dragon, but like the Dragon,
minute.
the Bruce Lee movie Dragon.
You're right. After working with De Laurentiis on Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, in 1993, Rob Cohen agreed to take over as director for this movie.
Huh.
There you go.
Ooh.
So he really
Degrees of
likes Dragon.
separation. Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. I believe that stars Bruce Lee's brother as Bruce Lee, who was in the same movie as the same. God, I can't remember his name.
Juice Lee from Power Rangers or
From
Soldier?
Soldier, which was also sharing screen time with the guy from this movie that I
Yeah.
can't remember, the goofy bad guy. Why can't I remember his
Malfoy.
name? Malfoy. It all
Full
comes
circle.
clear.
Full circle.
Clear. Yeah.
There's another Dragon movie.
Dun, dun, dun,
There's another
dun,
Dragon movie he directed. The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
God, sounds
Yeah.
great.
I like dragons.
Have you seen my dragon? I was playing with it last night.
Watch him be like a key producer on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Daenerys.
There's not enough scales. So let's before we wrap up, let's rate these like
I'm gonna do a showdown between Dragon Slayer and
Dragon Design
Heart right now.
This is Dragon Design between Dragon Slayer, Dragon
Vermithrax is better.
and this one, and also Game of Thrones. Dragon.
Oh, that's not fair.
So what?
You
Let's
can't
talk
do Game of Thrones.
We're not comparing them. We're not comparing them to which one's better. We're comparing to like the dragons look. Those two have that, which I kind of call like a bat kind of feature, where the
Yeah.
hands are the wings too, which is really a creepy kind of look.
Not this.
This one,
Yeah.
and like this is a dragon design that exists. He was more like a dog.
Yeah.
Some
with
arms
wings.
and,
So what do you think
like
about? Do you
opposable
like?
thumbs?
Do you like that, or do you like the having the hand wings?
Well, and it also comes up. I mean, who they are as characters is also kind of played into the type of design.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas the talking one has more humanoid or animalistic features
Yeah.
versus. I don't know. I prefer the more menacing dragons.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not even it's just menacing. It's that the design, the bat wings and stuff, give it a more real world,
Yes, that's
zoological
true.
grounding.
There's
Yeah.
something interesting about it, but there's been depiction in art, like medieval art, that did both ways, which is interesting.
Well, they also did just worms too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even call them worms.
Worms with a.
So I thought that was
Why?
interesting, like the choice, and it worked.
Worms.
Yeah. I go with Pete's dragon.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Or Falcor.
That's not a dragon.
Roar!
That's a cat that flies. Are we ready to wrap up, Matt?
I don't even know what to say. I think we're done here. So go catch up on Game Sharks. You guys just finished Super Mario
Land 2, yeah.
Super Mario Land 2.
Yeah,
That'll be on the site soon.
Actually, we have another video coming out tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
The sun will come out
What
tomorrow.
video? Oh, that's right. Which one are you doing?
We
What
started
game?
up a Super Mario 3 mix.
It's a
ROM hack of Super Mario 3.
really fun.
So we ended one Mario game and went straight into another.
That's two bananas.
Double Mario. OMG. Awesome.
It's great
Well,
for the internet.
All
So-
the way, Double Mario, all the way.
So you got some new Game of Thrones content coming out, or Game of Thrones? Well, yes, we got
Yes.
new Game Sharks content coming out, and
And-
then also we're gonna wrap up Game of Thrones Sunday and Monday.
Sunday, Monday, Sunday.
That's right.
Hey, yo.
We got live show Sunday night with a recap of the whole season, and then Monday we're gonna because it was a long episode, we're not gonna do it so late at night. We're gonna go over the finale and our final thoughts of the season and going forward, and see who wins the death pool. Yeah.
Matt is up.
Yes.
Matt is up.
I'm kicking your ass.
Because
And I won. I'm winning because of a dragon kill. How about that? Tie it together.
he's technically still alive. But, anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, I have no idea what movie we're going to do next week.
We're going to
you
do
have
Never Ending Story. No.
No, we're not.
Logan Lucky?
No.
Are we ever going to do that?
Oh, Logan Lucky.
I think we should see that. Maybe we'll do it. We'll see. We'll
I'll
see.
just go see it myself.
I really
Fine.
want to see that. That looks like an awesome movie.
I don't think it looks that awesome, but I'll watch it with you guys.
Fine.
Go fuck yourself, Ben. All right. Until next time. Thanks for watching, everybody.
One more thing.
Yes?
What's the difference between you and a mild with a cold?
I couldn't say.
One's a sick duck. I forget the rest. But your mother's a whore.
All right. Bye.